Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I can. Oh my god, what is this thing? To block. Okay. Anyway, I did not record the vlog yesterday, and I am sorry for that. Because today, technically, let me check, is day 295, I guess. Yeah, today, technically, today is 296. We have only have okay, 5 days left from hitting days 300, and we are doing a pretty great progress. I mean, just an idea of like recording this video kind of makes me pushes me to work on the business, although I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. And it's 10:30 p.m. right now. So you guys know that I'm not lying, okay? So 10:27 p.m. And I was kind of putting off recording this video as well because I, of course, wanted to sleep and all this stuff, but I also had this sense of like, I'm saying that I will work on a business, at least we'll make YouTube videos for the agency, and we're gonna be kind of like making slowly but surely some kind of a progress. And it's kind of like weird that I have been saying that I'm gonna work on this thing, but all I was doing is, you know, I was working on myself as an individual. I was learning how to code every single day, and even if I'm kind of like sick a little bit, I still was doing a lot of like, I was doing the lessons, I was solving problems, and like learning how to code every day. And but the thing is that it's not like it's not a business whatever, right? So I mean, it does kind of relate to my business because we build websites and I build websites using my coding skills, but it's not like primarily investing into business. Business is mostly about marketing to a certain degree, especially in the agency sphere. um yeah, in the agency sphere, okay, so yeah, to a certain degree it's a lot about the contacts and the people. um yeah, it's crazy. I have a Mercedes salon uh, close to my home, and I tried once clothing them. I just went up and said, hey guys, you have a pretty awful website, so mercedes.com.uzbekistan, whatever. And they kind of just ignored me for some reason. Like, how the heck Mercedes can ignore their marketing? I mean, there's so many people who know your brand. I know that people are gonna be buying from you anyway, but maybe at least for establishment you can like deal with your website, spend like $1,000 on this thing. For me, $1,000 is a lot of money, but for you guys it's not. But I got a realistic answer from one of the sales guys out there, and he just said, I didn't even like get into the CEO, like, his room or whatever. Um, because obviously the guy who owned that place was a pretty damn old guy. Not, okay, so I started about a pretty old guy, like, 50, 60-year old, something like that. And at that point, I didn't have any kind of like a portfolio or anything like that. I mean, Kiwi did had some kind of portfolio, but even that portfolio was pretty awful. Like we made a website for other dealerships, but they didn't look good either, so I couldn't put them in the portfolio. So it was like, you know, a weird situation to be in. So getting back to what I was saying, yeah, I mean, in the end, that sales guy just said me, that if the CEO wants to change the website, he will probably do it. Um, yeah, like she said it in my native language. I'm trying to translate it. Okay, the meaning behind his words was that that guy will buy stuff in his circle. So I'm a random guy who just came up to him. He might listen. He might be like, okay, kid, what do you have? What do you got? Like, yeah, open your laptop. Okay, show me. Like, okay. But actually, like, taking you seriously, people have to trust, to take you seriously. And they don't know you. They don't know your brand. And of course, they're not going to be trusting. And if they don't trust, they're not going to be buying. This is what I wanted to say regarding this thing, just a quick story, quick backstory, and regarding agency and like all this stuff. What I was doing. So Sanjar said that, recording these vlogs makes you work, and did you actually work? And congratulations on me. Yes, I did. It was a pretty easy part of this job, obviously, I know, but um, I have at least something to share with you guys, okay? Um, Maybe this thing will help you guys, because I'm happy if it can help you, because I kind of got inspired from this one guy who I can't show you. Okay, let me tell you. Basically, we have like, you know the content ideas list for our agency is basically just the dealerships we want to work with. Like, ideally, the kind of dealerships you want to work with, and the kind of dealerships you want to work with is, guess what? Um, so, took for example the first one. I just copied that and I went over to Google, and let me, I don't want to like spoil it or anything, so yeah. Automobiles became a nationwide chain of motor dealerships and the largest privately owned business in Scotland. So you see, um, because it's kind of weird when you want to make something like a documentary, kind of like, I have a sheets, Google Sheets here, of all of the ideas, and I got like a Google Doc here, for obviously for scripting the video. You gotta choose something in the middle. There is this one tricky point, is that if you're gonna choose a too small family-owned dealership, um, it's more challenging to find any information about them. Although I have some ideas about how you can find even privately owned information, because obviously people are not putting out everything about their life like I'm doing publicly. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot more challenging, and you don't want to go too narrow. I guess if you want to win in life, at least like pick a medium-sized dealership, which is like, has like social media, some kind of social media presence, and have been established for a couple of like years or something like that. Not too big like this one. It doesn't have to be necessarily. I just like picked any and just inserted into Google, and I was worried if it's gonna be some kind of like, very small dealership, we're gonna be struggling to find information. But no, all of a sudden it's one of the biggest dealerships in Scotland. So I guess we will not have, God will not have problems with finding information. And the thing is that because we're making content for YouTube or any social media, basically, you wanna like, I guess if you're gonna be making a interesting video about like Nike, it's more likely to get more views than, I don't know, some kind of unknown brand, right? So you kind of use and amplify a brand at the same time to get the views as well. So there's a lot of challenging and tricky points, because kind of want to please the YouTube algorithm as well, because the reason why you're making this content, so that these guys, one of them at least, are gonna see this video and eventually gonna share it with SEO, SEO, and you probably will have some kind of point in a video where you're gonna say, hey, we make websites or whatever, and SEO is gonna saw that, and like, inshallah, everything is gonna be cool. um, but first you need YouTube to like this video and recommend it, so you kind of need like brand or something like that, um, amplifying your video using that brand, um, so yeah, for smaller brands, I guess we're gonna be using not their name, but there's something interesting about story, like from rags to riches, from like, from zero to like $10,000, $100,000 in profit in like 3 months, kind of like that. So yeah, we did a lot of stuff today, although we are not feeling was feeling at the very beginning of this day, which is kind of interesting. Like, activity, going out and working on my day job made me feel better and not worse. Isn't it crazy? Subhanallah. But don't take it too far, I guess. You know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. I have picked some dealerships and starting to work on the first one because we have a deadline. I also put a deadline to make a video until the end of this week, by Sunday, inshallah. So I don't want to waste too much time on like thinking on like 30 video ideas. I just want to, we have one, okay, that's enough for now, okay, and we're gonna keep thinking about the new idea later and later, when the time comes. So yeah, I guess scripting the video won't take too much time if I just kind of like put my ass down and work. 2 days, I guess, inshallah, at max. We already lost Monday, so I guess gotta be quicker. Yeah, see you tomorrow.